So we are building a model railroad from scratch. We started with a starter set, this ICE2 starter set to be exact, enough tracks for a nice oval shape, a mobile station, 2 turnouts, and of course this beautiful ICE2. We already extended the whole thing. We got ourselves this easy to build system by the manufacturer Noch, called the Easy Track system in the last episode. So that's what we are building right here. In the next step, we will lay the rails. But first, I'll finish up with the last boards. I'm using this hot glue gun for that. When the railroad route is completed, we can continue with the tracks. All of the tracks that you need for this model railroad system, except for a few exceptions, are already included in the starter set and in the extension set. The extension set also contains the dining car and additional tracks, so you only have to buy a few special tracks with different lengths to complete everything. I'll place something heavy on top of that to make sure everything holds firmly. I will use this grass modeling container and this paint bucket for this job. We will use this paint for the meadow later. Right here I will place my Märklin cup to weight this down. The heavier the better. Now let's wait for a few moments to make sure everything is dry and firm. Luckily that doesn't take long with the hot glue. You can use ordinary wood glue as well, or even nails for the job. We talked about this in the last episode. I have to make some space for myself. I can still reach everything easily, but it's getting tighter here. Now some hot glue here, a little bit there, and of course some here. Now I have to refill my glue. Let's continue here. Some more glue here. Now that's working smoothly again. And some more glue here. We will answer all of your questions, by the way. So if you want to know anything about building a model railroad, write down your questions in the comment section and we will read along and answer them right away. I can't do it live right now. I hope you will excuse that. But as you can see, I'm creating art at the moment doing this basic root gluing. I really hope everything is in one level, but so far it is looking good. This will be the train station later on. Did I say level? I meant something totally different. Must be the demonstration effect. I guess I'll take this off again. Now you can see how fast this hot glue dries. Now take this down and rotate a bit. We also have to change this part as well, since it is a very important part. I tried so hard yesterday and I was very pleased and like, hooray, I did it. And today it doesn't fit. Now it fits better. It's a bit too far off down here though. A big plus about the hot glue, you can fix stuff afterwards with a little trouble. I glue some more here. Now I pull a little bit. Now that looks good. Remove this back there. There I will use this plastic glue. To be honest, I thought this would go a lot faster. Right now I wanted to lay out the tracks with you together and show you what you need for that. I will take a few more seconds, please be patient. That should be the last piece and then we're ready. I can turn off the hot glue gun now. No need for that anymore. First, we only lay out the tracks and then we will do a test drive. What I definitely want to build is a ring circuit. We have talked about that in the last episode. I have bought these small distribution strips. That's what they look like. I will connect these distribution strips to my track connector box. This is the track connector box here. It is included in the starter set. I will cut these as soon as the tracks are laid out and then I will build a power supply that goes all around the model railroad to make sure that we have the right amount of electricity everywhere we need it. In order to do this, I will place it here at the front on the left and on the right, and then we will have enough voltage everywhere. But first I will lay out the tracks. Here I have the track plan from this ready-to-build system. This is the railroad route plan. That's what it looks like and it shows which piece of wood in which lengths goes where. That's the track plan I have downloaded and we will lay out the tracks we need accordingly. Now we will start with all the tracks that were included in the starter set before we continue. I forgot two things. The hot glue is luckily still hot. Glue this on here. There's where my sidetrack and my bumper will go. The second piece of wood as well, where is it? There it is. We have to finish this first before we start with the tracks. That should do the job. Where to start now? We have the starter set right here, and it contains most of the stuff we need. I put it back into the box yesterday to make sure everything is in place. There are 2 curved turnouts. We have digitized them in the last episodes, and we have also connected them to the mobile station in order to work them electrically. Here you can see the turnout mechanism and also the turnout decoder. This turnout is numbered with 2 and this turnout is numbered with 1. So I can memorize which one goes where. It's not that hard to remember with those, but it is always better to note such things, especially since this also works as addresses for the turnout in order to work them later with the mobile station. The first turnout comes here and the second one comes over there. I will continue with the curved tracks. I guess there are a lot of them. Let's start with the straight tracks and then we will continue with the curved tracks. I will get the power pack later. I don't need it right now. We will need it later. To make sure nothing gets lost, I'll close the packaging and everything stays exactly where it is. You can determine all the tracks you need by using a track plan software when you visit the Märklin website. You can find an abundance of track plans to download as well. It will tell you the track number, and these numbers are always written on the tracks. Here it says number 188, and 188 means 18.8 centimeters. If the track plan talks about a 360 track or 24/360, it's talking about 36 centimeters long track. So a rather long one. Here it says 22.9, for example. That's a 22.9 centimeters long track. That's the kind of track right here. If you can't find them in the starter set, you can always check the online shop at Märklin or your model railroad dealer. Let's see what we need. Down here we need 1, 2, 3 curved tracks. Let's connect them. 3 curved tracks, looking good. On the other side, 1, 2, 3 curved tracks as well. 1, 2, 3. All right. This right here is called radius 1, the narrowest circle of rails we have here. The advantage of extra space, if you have plenty of room, you should plan with a greater radius. When you run out of space, you will have to settle with a smaller radius. I have chosen a smaller radius here because I wanted to build myself a small and robust model railroad. I did some testing before and the radius works just fine for my ICE. It will have more than enough room. All right, 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 more curved ones. On the side up there, that's where they will go. Do we have 3 more? Where are they? 1, 2 and where's my third curved track? I know I had it yesterday. Now that's typical, looking for the track. The track. Where is my track? I'll ask my colleague, maybe he can hand me a curved track. I have used one too much, that's typical. We will see if it shows up. Now, what we have in the extension set. There must be some of them inside. Let's unpack. There are more than enough tracks in here. That should work. You can come back. Problem solved. In this extension set, we have plenty of curved tracks. I hope so, at least. Wrong. There are no curved tracks in here. Only very long tracks. So I still need curved tracks. Thank you. Wonderful. My assistant from behind the camera. Just need one more. Thank you. This one will do, and connect it there. Let's continue. Looking good. We don't need them. Let's continue with the plain tracks. There it says 172 and one more 172. There are short straight tracks we have here. Combine 2 of them for this side. Do I need more for the train station? I will put them to the side here loosely. We continue with 360 and 360. We take them from the extension set. Now that's a 360 track. That's what they look like. The 360 is a combination of the 188 and the 172. Is that all right? It is. Simple math. Where do they go? One down here and two go up there. So I will connect these two right now and place them up here. That's far away. I have to go around later. So 360 and 360, and we need a curved track here at the front, at the side. Connect the curved tracks. We will need some very short tracks now. Those do not come with the starter set, but you can find them online or at the retailer. I have bought some at the shop just around the corner, and here are all the short tracks. And here are my bumpers as well. The bumpers will go here and also there. I can put them there already. Now this track is a 077, just like it says here on the back of the trap. Another 077, that's a 071, and another 071. That are very short ones. That's the 064. They will go right here at the side. Next one is a 071 here at the side. You can see the small number. Next is a 77er. They are a bit longer. Now we need a 1 to 30. Now we need a curved one. We need 1, 2, 3 curved tracks. And after these curved tracks, we will connect the curved turnout. That's already looking good here. This is firmly attached. Maybe if I connect them right now... No, I leave that. Let's connect it. The turnout is much heavier since the turnout mechanism and the decoder is attached. So before I drop everything, I'll better do it twice. Looking very good. I'll place it here really carefully. I'll go around the table. Don't worry, I'm still here. Now I connect it at the side. Make sure it's firm. That's going to be something. I hope I did everything right. Quickly connect everything here and there. We might be ready in time in this episode to do the first test drive. I'm very confident. So now 1, 2, and there is the turnout already looking like a train station. What's next? 130, 130, 130, 3 times. Another 130. Where are all of those curved tracks? I had so many yesterday. We need more. So another curved track here and another one. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I need at least 4 more. Over here we need a 094 track. They are over here. We need a 094 track. They are in this packaging. So 9.4 centimeters long. It will go right over there at the side. Let's continue with a 360 from the extension set. Now next are a bunch of curved tracks again. They belong to this turnout here. You notice that I'm a little unstructured right now. Just keep going where I can find the right parts. That's correct, and that's also correct. These tracks go right here. I really like this right now. I think this is the most fun when building a model railroad, where you can see, hooray, it's working. My dream landscape is developing. You can already imagine what it might look like later on. That's fun. All right, I have more tracks here. The 094, I'm done with this 360, but I have to add another 360. That's this one. Can I reach over there? Yes, from back here. Now let's continue here. Another helping hand would be great. Let's see if I can manage it. Now I can reach it. I will open this part and then we will replace as a whole. That's the advantage when you work together. You get to share the fun and you do have a second pair of helping hands. And now let's see if we can get that back here. Always hold here if you try to do it from further away. It is usually more trouble and it might not hold. Let's see, be careful, could work. Wonderful. We have finished the next half circle. We need more here and more over there. What do we need here? Another curved track and a second curved track. And now it's looking very good. Everything is in place and it fits, just as planned. Well, we have finished everything up here. Now we will continue here at the front. First, we will take a short 64 track. That's what it says here in the instructions. Next is a 229. That should be that one. No, that's the 188. What's here? 229. Perfect. So you see it? It's just like a puzzle, all about finding the pieces and checking whether or not they fit together. 229, 360. So a long one down here at the side, and at least, and a last long one. Now the extension set is empty. That should be correct. 360, 360, 360, 360, 229. Better check twice. If you notice that your railroad is starting to look a little bit crooked, the reason is usually a wrong track. Maybe you have picked the wrong number, a 177 instead of a 188 track, for example. Or maybe you made a mistake with the short tracks. Check the 71 and the 77. They look very similar and are almost the same size. And if you don't look close enough, it might not fit correctly. Now, next, we are almost done. The ICE is about to run its first laps. Here goes a 229. That's this one. Let's check one more. Perfect. A 172, a short one. Another 229. Here it is. And the circle is closed. The train could already start. Now, something isn't quite right here, of course. I haven't finished over there. Well, I'm very pleased so far. Back there, I still have a little kink. Better check if the inclination is okay. We have finished that now. What's next? Of course, that's where my first right curve turnout will go. Landing, leading into the train station area. And the second turnout, which I have prepared yesterday, will go right there. That's gonna be a very cute sidetrack. Move everything up a little bit. Now it fits. I guess we could add another track here if we have an extra short track. We could do that in total opposition to the track plan instructions. We do have space for that. But to be honest, it's not such a good idea since the tracks will come very close here. That's not looking nice. The colleagues from Noch already planned that very precisely. That way, we have more room for landscaping. If too many tracks are piled up too close, you can call that a track wasteland. Now, 236. What kind of track is that? 236. Does that exist? I'm telling you, there are things. 229, that's wrong. Where's the 236 coming from anyways? Do we have that? 236? Does it exist? I guess so. 236, that means the track must be 23.6 centimeters long. We do not have such a track in my track chest here. Let's see what's left over. I have organized everything. Here's a 188 plus a 94. No, that's too short. What did we do? But that fits. I'll guess if it fits, it's okay. Well, it doesn't really fit, so I have to go back to the shop to buy another one. Now that's a 172. The railroad route is still closed due to track construction work. When we do our test drive later, we have to work the turnouts right. We have to be careful, but that's looking good. They are set the correct way. The train will take the outer track. Next, 172 and another 172. Next part is the bumper. We have to check this later again because it doesn't fit at all. 188, 194, 229. I'm sure we forgot to buy that. I have to go to the store again to buy it. But that's okay. We will have a coffee and have an interesting conversation there. What are those? 188 completely. There are some tracks left from the starter set. We could use them for our next project, or we could build a diorama. Put them aside. I cannot find this track. No, wait, maybe we can combine other tracks. Let's think, so we can get started in a few minutes. Let's try with some smaller tracks. We could do some math with a calculator. Still doesn't fit. It's as long as this part. What's missing? Maybe a millimeter. Maybe they're really short ones, the 64s with the 71s. Let's try, well, now it is too long. 77, 71, let's add another 71. We do have another 71, 64, 64. Remember Murphy's Law. You are always missing the one track type you need. That's an old law. 77, I had that already. I'll remove the 71 and add a 64, and now it should fit. And it does. And now it should fit. And it does. That works for now. We will take care of the other tracks later. For now, we can use it like this. There's a little tension here, so make sure you have the right parts. A rule of thumb estimation will not go. But the C tracks forgives that, at least a little. Here at the side, the tracks are bent up a little. Right here is a small gap. Due to this tension over here, that's a result of 2 long tracks here. If we remove that, everything fits again. And that's what we actually want. So we have to do something different about these 3 tracks. This solution won't work. If it's too long, a gap will result. And we do not want that. Okay, that's too short, but better than, although, no. You see, there is something missing. We will remove these 3 tracks and I will organize the missing tracks. I guess that won't work either, unless if we take out one of these. No chance. At this point I give up, but that's okay, we have more things to do. Let's do our first test drive. We take the mobile station. Now we look at, there's still a track missing over there. So the 229 is still missing. Otherwise, we will have a train crash. Perfect. Well, I take one of these power feeds. Let's use the mobile station, the track connector box. Let's show it in the other camera. We will place the track connector box here at the side. That's a good spot. We could glue or screw it right here, but I will not do that now. I am not ready yet. Now I will connect the wires here. Later on, using my 2 distribution strips, we could build a distributor piece right here. We will do that in a minute, but first I want to do a quick test drive. I need this sense of achievement now. The railroad is still without power. The red wire goes to B, or track current, and the brown wire goes to 0. Place it here at the side. Perfect. Power is connected. Make sure the mobile station does not go over the tracks. No. We connect the mobile station. Here is the power pack. I have a track assistance device here. This helps me to get the ICE easily on the tracks. We could use the shortest ICE of all time by only using these 2 power heads or locomotives, but that would be very boring. I guess this one first, that's the first power head. To put the train on the tracks, it's the best to use the longest straight track part. Up front here would have been even better. You cannot see that right now in the angle. That's why I'm doing this right over here. Here's the middle wagon. Click. That would be it for the starter set. But we do have the extension set. Now we can have something to drink and to eat. Nothing happened. It's just stir form. So let's add the dining car. I lift the locomotive a little bit since you are not supposed to move them by hand. But otherwise there is enough space. Alright, the dining car is also connected. Move it up a little bit. Now the second power head. Perfect. Everything is in place and fits. Let's see if the ICE can start to drive. This is the station announcement. Well, not quite. Now, we test it. Now let's do a very slow first round to make sure everything is running smooth. Looking good. Looking good up there. Let's see, going downhill. worked perfectly. And stop right here in the train station. Let's go backwards to make sure it also works in that direction. Pulled into the train station nicely. I think that was enough as a test drive. I will continue to work on the model railroad in the next episode. We will take care of the wiring of our railroad route. Right now we only have one power feed, and in the next episode we will build the ring circuit together. Alright, feel free to ask your questions in the commentaries. Take care and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.